everybody, happy Monday evening. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time. Hope you had a good weekend. The weather improved by the second half of the day, Sunday, leaving us with a beautiful summer evening last evening. We have another great summer evening unfolding this evening. It's been a fine day today, and I wanted to start out our review of today's weather with a time-lapse video from our transmitter tower camera looking high above Youngstown, and boy, kind of looked like a Bob Ross painting at times today. We had some very photogenic clouds out there today, just a field of fair weather cumulus clouds that tend to bubble up, of course, during the midday and afternoon, then fade away as we get into the evening hours. Actually, our coolest day since June 24th today. 79 the official high this afternoon, 3 degrees cooler than average. Actually, this is 3 days in a row now in which temperatures have not made it above average. We were exactly average yesterday with a high of 82, which is par for the hottest time of the year here in mid to late July. But before this 3-day stretch, of course, we had a long stretch of hot weather to open up the month of July. So yeah, it's been since June 24th since we had a day that was as comfortable as today. That field of fair weather cumulus clouds again fading away some as we head into the evening hours. I'm recording this at 6:24, and a nice clear sky will greet us for much of the evening. Actually, pretty quiet weather picture across the eastern U.S. this evening. A couple of thunderstorms in western New York from Buffalo to Rochester and up into parts of northern New York as well, and a couple of showers down in the Carolinas. That is really about it. All right, we have lots to check out in the sky tonight. Last week I talked about the comet called Neowise, which was visible for very late night viewers or early morning risers, if you will. Now we can start to see this at a more humane hour in the evening hours this week. And tonight it'll be roughly 10:40 to 11:40 that you may be able to catch this low on the northwest horizon. Now, this isn't going to zip across the sky like the space station. This will just be in kind of in one place from our vantage point in the northwest sky. So make sure you have a clear view of the horizon because it's going to be low. This thing is not going to be above our heads or anything. So buildings and trees in your way, you're not going to be able to really get a good shot. But if you've got a nice clear view of the northwest horizon, check this out tonight. The sky should be clear. And if you're a real night owl or an early morning riser tomorrow, another chance, this time in the northeast sky, again low near the horizon, 3:06 to 4:10 roughly tomorrow morning. We'll have a few more chances this week to check this out. Your best bet's, of course, to get away from any light pollution. Find the darkest spot out in the country that you can to check this out. And while you can see it with the naked eye, it's best viewed with binoculars. If you've got a nice camera, that's going to really help you out. But with the naked eye, you can certainly see Comet Neowise later this evening and later on in the overnight. Also, a great night tonight. Check out a couple of planets, including the star of the show, Jupiter, this week. Is at what we call opposition, which means Earth is directly between Jupiter and the Sun, which makes Jupiter really bright. Same idea with a full moon, where the Earth is between the moon and the Sun, and so therefore all the Sun's light is hitting the face of the moon that points towards Earth, makes it big and bright. Same thing with Jupiter this week. Opposition means that it's a great chance to check out Jupiter, and then down and to the left of Jupiter will be the solar system's second largest planet. That is, of course, Saturn. Also, early morning risers, great space station pass. Tuesday morning, 5:19 a.m., about 40 minutes before sunrise. We'll be in the sky for 6 minutes. Maximum elevation really high, 76 degrees. This will be a high, bright pass. Appearing at 5:19 in the west-southwest sky, disappearing 6 minutes later in the southeast sky. So a treat for early morning risers on Tuesday. And I think Tuesday will be pretty much a rerun of today. We'll just be a little bit warmer in the afternoon. We did 79 today. I've got 82 in the forecast for Tuesday. Much like today, some fair weather clouds around. No big deal. It'll be a nice day. Another clear sky tomorrow night to check out the comet and the planets. And then Wednesday is when the warm air starts to arrive. With this warm front pushing in, it's going to get pretty steamy in the afternoon, and then we'll throw on the humidity by Thursday. And with a dying front, a passing shower or storm is going to be a possibility after lunchtime on Thursday. And it's certainly going to feel more like Florida on Thursday with that increase in humidity. Check out the dew points. Next couple of days, not bad, but then we sneak up into the 60s Thursday, and it looks real soupy now Friday and into the weekend with dew points mostly in the 60s, perhaps even 70 or so. And so going along with that, yeah, the heat index will become a factor. Perhaps by the end of the weekend and early next week, heat indices may be comparable to what we had just a handful of days ago during the middle of that hot stretch that we just finished up with. And I'll tell you, this is a hot-looking pattern for the next couple of weeks. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook shows a lot of orange and red across the U.S. Right now, through the first 12 days of July, not counting today, We are in the top 10 easily now for the warmest first 12 days of July. And with the upcoming pattern, this may end up going into the record books as a top 5 warm July. You know, I haven't done really the math at this point. It's pretty early in the month. But given how steamy the pattern looks and where we are through the first half of the month almost, right now odds are favoring July going into the record books, probably not as the hottest. That's going to be a pretty hard record to beat, but maybe top 5. Warm nights play a big factor. You know, when we talk about the changing climate and the warming climate here locally and in a lot of places, it's more so the overnight lows that are really skewing up compared to the daytime highs. The daytime highs are steadily getting a little bit warmer, but those overnight lows are much warmer generally than they used to be, and that skews the overall numbers, and we especially notice that during the summertime season. All right, enjoy the sights in the sky tonight, and have a great Monday night, everyone. I'll be back here on Tuesday for a fresh edition of the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast.